Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do another house tour today. This is actually a brand new one on the market. I need to adjust the video just a little bit. Um, but it is a brand new one. Oh, it's way off on this. In Norfolk, however y'all pronounce it. I would say Norfolk. There's like a Norfolk, Virginia here. Um, but this one is detached chalet style for 325,000 pounds. Swaffham, Norfolk, from Longson's estate agents. I will link this video in the description if you guys want to check it out yourself or any of their other videos. This was actually just put on at the time of recording this a day ago. So it's a new home for sale. What is a chalet style or chalet style? I would think, I don't know, that sounds French to me, right? Uh doesn't look a whole lot different than any of the other ones we've looked at least on the outside. Got the brick, which I love. Got the same kind of style roof. I like the little um, brick wall fencing here. Uh, but anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm going to link this in the description along with a link over to Patreon. If you guys have not done so, go check out my Patreon. It is in a link. It is a link in the description of every single one of my videos. You can join for free, absolutely free. Get access to videos that are not on YouTube. So every once in a while, I'll post something early over there that might go on YouTube later. But for the most part, it is just like full length, unedited shows, show reacts. We just wrapped up the it crowd or the IT crowd. Finished the week off Friday with an episode of that, and it had the guy from Mighty Boosh in it, and he was awesome as Richmond. I'm super excited to see him again in it. Um, Thinking about starting doing some movies over there this week as well. And then of course, Friday night dinner. We're about halfway through the third season of Blackadder. And then there's shows that I've already completed, like In-Betweeners over there as well. There's Poshnosh. There's all kinds of stuff. So go check it out because you can get access to a bunch of stuff for absolutely free, guys. All you have to do is sign up. There will also be a link in the description of how you could support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a member. We have brand new emotes, and they're pretty awesome for elite and above members. So any kind of paid membership, you get access to those, as well as getting to see videos in advance before anybody else. But let's go ahead and jump into this house tour.
Hi there, Gary here from Longson's, and I'm going to take you on a brief video tour of this very well presented, detached 3-bedroom chalet style house we have very conveniently situated not too far at all from the town centre of Swaffham in Norfolk. So there is the property. We've got front garden, small area laid to lawn with the remainder laid to shingle for plenty of off-road parking. There is a garage down at the end of the drive there.
Garage.
You can see just over there. We've got outside lights and gated access to the rear garden. So I'll just show the property location. So we're on Whitsands Road. Yes, so if you just head down there and turn left and you're in the town centre, it's literally a 3 or 4 minute walk to local supermarkets and then a little bit further on to the town centre. Okay, so also forgot to mention there's an outside tap there as well. So without further ado, let's head on in through the front door and have a look around inside.
Of a boring hallway entry, but there might not even be furniture in here.
Hall, where we have stairs up to the first floor. And then at the end of the entrance hall, we have a door through to the lounge. So
this is kind of interesting just because we haven't watched on this channel yet a home that I don't think that was completely empty. Usually they have furniture in there so you kind of get a good idea of how it should be done. You might want to rearrange, but you know, uh, so we got carpet. You guys know how I feel about that, but that's it could be worse. It could be worse.
good size lounge. French doors open into the rear garden, where we shall be heading
I
very
like those
shortly, just
doors.
towards the end of the video. Property's UPVC double glazed throughout,
I like the
and it
lights too.
has gas central heating as well. So that was the lounge. We then have kitchen stroke breakfast room.
Okay.
Good sized kitchen with
Is that like I think we would call that like a galley style kitchen where it's kind of narrow and straight. Not super appealing. I mean, it's fairly modern, I guess. I just don't think I don't know. Maybe not modern. I don't know. It's not it doesn't it's not visually appealing, that's for sure. I like these lights though that they've got going on. Maybe if the walls were a different color, it wouldn't look so bleh, so bland. Um, yeah, maybe if the walls were a little bit, get you could do something to give it a little bit of a pop. I guess. I don't love these tiles here. I think they could look good in maybe with a different style cabinet or maybe even a different counter, different wall color. I just don't think they go well here. They look like bathroom tiles more than something that you would find in a kitchen. The backsplash there. The floor is okay. I don't know. I think it's the color of the wood cabinets I don't love, and I don't like the countertops either. It looks like that Formica, which is just kind of cheap. I don't love this. I don't love that, but it would be a good house. That's a little pricey for a house to go in and be ready to tear stuff out and replace it how you want. But you could absolutely go out in there and do something. Maybe even just painting these cabinets. Of course, they don't look like they would take paint great, but I don't know.
units to wall and floor, stainless steel sink units,
It's a nice
integrated
stove.
electric oven with gas hob over and extractor hood. We have breakfast bar,
I don't love that.
space and plumbing for washing machine.
Oh, yeah, I guess you'd have to leave that there. The other side, though, this part, if this is only there for you to sit at and have, I think I would tear this out and just put a little tiny round table or something over here. I think I would rather have that than this. I don't know. This is questionable design to me.
We have breakfast bar, space and plumbing for washing machine, space and plumbing for dishwasher, space for tall upright fridge stroke freezer, and we have entrance door opening to the side.
I like the lights up top, though. I
So
like those a
then we
lot.
have kitchen stroke breakfast room. We've got 2 reception rooms as well. So
I
also on the
like
ground
that
floor we have
floor.
a study
Okay.
with a wall-mounted modern gas central heating boiler, window to the front,
Kind of weird spot for that.
and also on the ground floor cloakroom with wash basin and
Nice.
WC. Right, well, that's the ground floor. Let's venture up the stairs onto the first floor. So we have a good size storage cupboard on the landing. Doors off to the various rooms. So we'll head towards the rear of the property into
It's a big room.
So good sized bedroom, and as I'm sure you've noticed, sloping ceilings. We have window looking out to the rear. Velux double
Slope ceilings, I don't mind because I'm short, so it doesn't affect me a ton. But I think if I was taller or a dude that was taller, it would bother me. I guess you just have to get used to it. I do love, as you guys know, I love how you do these kind of skylight windows. You just don't see that super often here. I don't know why, because I really like them.
glazed window to the side. And we have
Closet. Hey,
walk-in wardrobe
that's a good
as well.
size. I like that. Gosh, you could put a little
So
desk
that
in there
is
if you wanted to. I mean,
bedroom
I like
one.
the closet, but
Now heading back to the front of the property, we have
it's a good
bedroom
size room
2.
too. Why are
So
the
window
closet doors so
to the
tiny?
front, and
I'm not complaining though. I
built-in
like the
storage
closet.
as well.
Weird shape, but whatever. You can get stuff in there.
And then
That's
bedroom
good
3,
size.
window again to the front.
I like that.
So that's 3 good-sized bedrooms. And as well as the cloakroom downstairs, we have bathroom
I like the floor.
up here on the first floor as well.
I think I'd
So
paint
there's
it.
bath with
Not the floor, the
shower
walls.
over, wash basin.
Yeah, for me on this, the colors, the beige, everything's beige. Um, so it just looks really dated and plain. I think, I think that if I was going to buy this house, or even if I was staging this house, you'd have to work something out with whoever's selling it, though. But I think I'd want to go in and get some paint on the wall. I think that would just make a huge difference. I think you need, with these dark floors in this bathroom and the white already, I think you could really make things pop, just like the kitchen, with just like a simple, coat of maybe 2 coats of paint on the walls. Um, yeah, I think paint would do wonders for this house.
And WC.
Like a dark gray or something in there.
All right. Well, that's
Set
the
the white
property
tiles
interior.
off. Bring out the floor.
Let's head back down the stairs,
Carpet would have to go.
through the lounge.
I would like that fence over
And
here.
out the
That
French
fence is
doors
nice.
into the enclosed rear garden. So there's gated access to the side, to the driveway. There is, tucked away around the corner,
Oh, nice.
good-sized
Storage.
garden shed. And we have garden flows around behind to the rear of the garage as well. So there's additional garden space
Be a good
tucked
little
away at the
spot
rear of the
for
garage.
like
There
a
is an entrance
basketball
door
court.
to the garage, so just pop our heads in here. Here we
Okay.
have garage interior with electric power and lights as well.
Yeah, so I think that's it on that. Yeah, I mean, I like the bones of the house. I think it is a good little layout. I do like that there's that extra kind of bonus office room downstairs that you could use as a bedroom. You could use it as a dining room, I feel like, if you wanted to, because there wasn't much space for that in the kitchen. I think the kitchen needs some help. Um, I would try paint first. On the walls, possibly the cabinets. Um, as a cheap option. I would definitely pull the carpets up downstairs. I don't know if you could pull a carpet up on the steps just because you don't know what's underneath. I don't know what's underneath. That would be expensive, possibly, to deal with trying to do that. Just having done that in a house before that we lived in. Um, but like I don't mind carpet so much. I don't like carpet anywhere, just because we have animals and there's accidents, and it's just so much harder with carpet. And yeah, I wouldn't. I just don't want to deal with. I can't imagine. Just when we moved in here, we pulled up all of the carpet except for upstairs, and then I ended up doing that myself, and putting something down. So the only carpet we have in our house currently is just on the steps going upstairs. Just because, like I said, that's expensive because you don't know what's underneath. A lot of times, at least here, the builders don't uh, do them up so you can just pull it off like it's a flooring and put new stuff on there. It's just not. There's a lot more that has to go into it. Um, so yeah, for me, I would do that. At the very least, I would leave the bedrooms alone and the steps. I don't like the color of the carpet in this particular one, so maybe switch it out. But yeah, I think for this one, the main thing to me is just I think paint. I think if you did your own paint colors, or even if you did some really pretty wallpaper, I think that this house would pop so much. I think if I was selling this house, if it was my house and I was selling it, I think those are things that I would want to do, just because I think you could get a lot more out of it with not having to put so much money into it just with wallpaper and paint. I think I think they would get more out of it. So if you're the owner and you're watching this, something to consider. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed that. I hope you guys did as well. I like the bones of it. I love the brick. Love brick. I some of you guys are like, oh, you don't have brick houses there. We do. Actually, where I grew up in West Virginia, it was a very big town at one time. It was like part of like vaudeville acts, so there was a lot of shows that came through, and it was a huge like um, train town, uh, and so there was a lot of wealthy people there at one time, and there are roads that are brick, which are freaking incredible. And I think the houses I grew up in until maybe I was in middle school, we lived. I don't know. That might have been brick too. Maybe until high school. I think I always lived in brick homes, and we moved around a couple times. Um, just old brick houses, and it wasn't until I moved to North Carolina around Charlotte where there's a lot of new builds. There's not a ton of old. And if the old is very expensive. Um, that I was like, man, not everywhere has that same brick architecture. It was surprising to me. Um, but we definitely have it. It's just not, in North Carolina where I am now, you do see a little bit more of it. Um, but yeah, and in newer like city areas where there's constant like Charlotte is such a booming city that's growing so quickly that they are having to constantly like expand and add more housing, more townhomes, more subdivisions and more apartment buildings. So you just are seeing more new. Um, but like across the US, there are tons and tons and tons of brick homes. They're not all like metal and wood. I promise you guys. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot, and yeah, I like seeing these. I like thinking about like what you could do with them and how to rearrange things, and easy to say when it's not my money. I'm thinking about it with, but I do have like a background in design and painting and stuff like that. So, of course, those are things that I'm always going to think of. I'm going to say, um, but yeah, I do like this house. Looks like it's in a really nice area, really nice sized backyard. Like I said, I think the inside could be very uh, easily made to pop and look a little bit uh, better with just some cheap fixes, just paint and wallpaper, guys. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Hope you guys did as well. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you want to say, hey, you're wrong, I love it. I love it just as it is. Or if you say, hey, I agree. You should put some wallpaper up in those bathrooms. Do something else with that kitchen. Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. And of course, if you have suggestions on other places you want me to take a look at, drop that in the comments. And yeah, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for watching with me.